A great new feature in Acrobat 8 is the ability to work with a review and comment process called a shared review. Now, when you have comments in a document, you want to be able to send it off to someone else so that they can comment on it perhaps. Attached for Email Review is an email-based review, which is simply sending the PDF out through email to participants who can use Acrobat or the free reader to open the PDF, make comments, and then return those comments to the initiator. The second type is a browser-based review, which allows participants to access the PDF for review by using their web browser. They go to a specific URL where the PDF is posted, they make comments which are then stored or sent back to the initiator. You can also send a shared review. Shared review is, in a lot of cases, meant for internal in the company inside of a firewall. There's a lot of ways to get this to work. By choosing Send for Shared Review, it's going to say, all right, we're going to actually have anyone with Acrobat 8 and later, or Free Reader and 8 and later, be able to participate in this. You can even enable people with Adobe Reader to participate, meaning they can actually put comments in here, which is pretty great. Now, to start a shared review, you need to pick a location for the comments, a shared location. By clicking Add New Location, I can choose a network folder, a SharePoint workspace, which is a Microsoft thing, WebDAV, which is distributed authoring and versioning, and you can also use like a .Mac account, which is kind of cool. There's some good things you can do. I'm going to choose a network folder just because we happen to have that, and I'm going to call that Sharing. And I'll click Next. This is where all your comments are going to be located. So what I need to do is, since I chose a network folder, I'm going to browse and find a location and choose a folder called Review. I've already done a lot of reviews. The folder has to be accessible by lots of people, and this type of review is probably not going to be the best if you have Mac and Windows because of the naming conventions. So a WebDAV server or a .Mac account, even if you can do that, is great. Clicking Add Folder will add the actual location. I'm going to do this product overview PDF that's open. Click Next. It's going to say, what do you want to do? You can send an email to people and invite them. What they're going to do is they're going to open it up, comment, and you're all going to be able to share the comments. You can attach the PDF and save it locally. That means you send it off. You can just send a link to the PDF, or you can just save it locally. If you send a link, it's going to ask you to put the PDF somewhere that everyone can get at. It can be in the same location, as long as everyone can receive it or access that location. I'm going to choose, let's attach a PDF. I'll click Next. It's going to say it already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes. I've already done this a couple times. I'm going to invite some people here by using my address book. I'll just invite Brian here. We'll say to Brian. And I can invite optional reviewers if I like. These are required. You can even set a deadline as to when this is going to happen. I'll click Next. It kind of puts together an email here, which is a templated email. You can edit this, so you can change it if you want. And by clicking Finish, what it does is it hands off an email to my email software. Now, let's go over and take a look and see what the email will look like. Okay, I'm going to click Finish there. The email is going to look like this. So it's going to basically say, you're invited. What do you want to do? Let's open the PDF and comment. Okay. Now, as the recipient, let's say I open up my message in Hotmail here. Here's what the message looks like. My job now is to read the instructions, click on the PDF, and if we had said in the review that it was a link, they would click on the link instead. It's going to ask them to save it locally and then comment. So I've already done that. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to minimize everything out here and close up my files. What I'd like to do is open up Reader and show you what it looks like through Reader. So if they have Reader, they can open up the PDF file. And if they've saved it on their desktop and they've opened it and maybe closed it, you can actually come in and out of a review cycle. So once they open it the first time, it's going to invite them. If they open it again, it's going to say welcome back. Okay. Now this little window here, this is pretty great because it allows you to see who has been invited, what they've said, or you even have a profile you can set up for yourself. By clicking OK, I'm going to get in and start to actually edit this. Now suppose I want to add a sticky note here. I'll click on Global Electronics and do something like Change Logo. Okay. Now the whole idea here is that you have multiple people working on this, not necessarily at the same time. I can publish comments by clicking Publish. It's going to actually publish them to the server so other people can access them. You can check for new comments and see if anyone else made comments and download them automatically. It places them in the document where they belong. You can even work online or offline. You have the ability to track or review what's happening, who said what, whether or not they replied or not, and even save yourself an archive copy. Alright, so I've just basically put this out here. What I want to do is go back to the first person that started this, the first reviewer, open up my file here. Let me open that up. And what I want to do is I'm coming back in here. So it says welcome back. I'm already back. I can see right here that Brian R has made one comment here. Okay, one total comment. You can see that right there. I can see that it automatically downloaded the comment right there. I could check for new comments if somebody hasn't commented, but it tells me there's none. Okay, so I have the right to make a comment, place a comment return, reply, whatever I want to do. That way the person that's looking at this as well as myself can see the comments. So a shared review is just one type of a managed review where all participants can see each other's comments in real time. Participants can also use Acrobat or the free Adobe Reader to participate in making comments, whether or not they're connected to the shared location or even working offline.